Hello, dear friend. Welcome. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Hi, come, sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath.
Today is a special day, Henry. Do you know why?
Why, Daisy?
Because today we're going to talk about something magical, something that gives me so much hope.
What is it?
We're going to talk about how your brain can change, how you can change it every single day.
That sounds scientific.
It is scientific, but it's also beautiful. It's also hopeful, because it means no matter where you are right now, no matter what patterns you're stuck in, you can change.
You can rewire your brain?
You can rewire your brain. Rewire means change the connections, like changing the wiring in a house, making new pathways, new patterns.
And anyone can do this?
Anyone, at any age, starting today, starting right now.
That's incredible.
It is. So let's talk about it. Slowly, gently, with stories and understanding.
Daisy, before we begin, can I share something that's been troubling me?
Of course, Henry. Always.
I feel stuck in old patterns, like my brain is following the same roads over and over, even when I don't want it to.
Tell me more.
Every morning, I wake up and tell myself, today will be different. Today I'll think positively. Today I won't worry so much. But by afternoon, I'm back in the same thoughts, the same worries, the same negative spiral.
A spiral is when something goes round and round, getting deeper and deeper, like water going down a drain.
Yes, and I feel helpless, like my brain has a mind of its own, like I'm not in control.
What kind of thoughts come?
Thoughts like, I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. People don't really like me. I'll never change. These thoughts, they feel automatic, like they just appear without permission.
Automatic means happening by itself, without you choosing it, like a reflex.
Exactly. And I'm so tired of it, Daisy. I'm tired of my own brain working against me.
Oh, Henry, what you're describing, it's so common, so human.
Really?
Really. And here's the beautiful thing I want you to know. Those automatic thoughts, they're just pathways, and pathways can be changed. Imagine your brain as a forest, Henry.
A forest?
Yes, a beautiful forest. And in this forest, there are paths. Some paths are very clear, very worn, because you've walked them thousands of times.
The negative thought paths?
Yes, every time you think, I'm not good enough, you walk that path again, and it gets clearer, easier to walk, until it becomes the default path. Default means the automatic choice, the one your brain goes to without thinking.
So my brain is just following the easiest path?
Exactly. Your brain loves efficiency. It loves doing what's familiar, what's easy. So it keeps using those old paths, those old patterns, because they're well-worn.
But how do I change that?
You create new paths. You walk them over and over until they become the new default. And the old paths, when you stop using them, they slowly disappear. They get overgrown, they fade.
So it's possible?
It's not only possible, it's how your brain works. Your brain is neuroplastic. Neuro means brain, plastic means changeable, flexible, able to be shaped.
My brain is flexible?
Your brain is incredibly flexible. It changes every single day based on what you think, what you do, what you focus on. And that means you have power, more power than you realize. Let me tell you about a woman named Sophia.
Please do.
Sophia struggled with anxiety. Anxiety means constant worry, fear that something bad will happen. Your body feels tense. Your mind races.
I know that feeling.
Many people do. Sophia would wake up every morning and immediately her brain would start listing problems, things that might go wrong, things to worry about. It was exhausting.
What did she do?
She read something interesting. She read that your brain has a negativity bias. Bias means a tendency, a leaning towards something.
A negativity bias?
Yes, it means your brain naturally notices negative things more than positive things. It's an old survival mechanism. In ancient times, noticing danger kept you alive. But in modern times, it just makes you anxious because your brain is always scanning for problems, even when there aren't any.
So Sophia's brain was just doing what brains do.
Exactly. But she learned she could train it differently. So every morning, before she got out of bed, she did something simple.
What?
She thought of 3 things she was grateful for. Grateful means thankful, appreciating what you have.
Just 3 things?
Just 3. Some days it was easy. I'm grateful for my warm bed, for my health, for my dog. Other days it was harder, but she did it anyway.
Did it help?
Not immediately. The first week it felt forced, like she was pretending, but she kept going. Every single morning, 3 things. And slowly, something shifted. After a few weeks, she started noticing good things throughout her day. Her brain started looking for things to be grateful for, instead of only looking for problems.
She rewired her brain.
She rewired her brain. She created a new pathway, a gratitude pathway. And the more she used it, the stronger it became, until one day she realized she woke up without anxiety. She woke up with appreciation.
That's beautiful.
It is. And the lesson is, small, daily actions create big changes. You don't need to do something huge, just something consistent. Consistent means regular, every day, over and over.
Henry, Daisy, let's pause and explain some important words.
Good idea.
Rewire. We keep saying this. What does it really mean?
Rewire means changing the connections in your brain, like an electrician changing wires in a building. Your brain has billions of connections, and these connections create your thoughts, your feelings, your habits. When you rewire, you change these connections.
Neuroplasticity?
Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change itself, to form new connections, to break old ones. For a long time, scientists thought adult brains couldn't change, but now we know they change all the time, every day, every moment.
That's hopeful.
It is. What about pattern?
Pattern means a repeated way of doing something, like a habit, or a repeated way of thinking. Your brain loves patterns because they're efficient.
Yes. And repetition?
Repetition means doing something again and again, repeating. This is how you create new brain pathways, through repetition.
Exactly. The phrase is, neurons that fire together wire together. What does that mean?
It means when brain cells activate at the same time repeatedly, they form connections. They become linked. So if you repeatedly think grateful thoughts, your brain builds a gratitude pathway. I want to share a story about a man named Ahmed.
Tell me.
Ahmed had a problem with anger. He would get angry quickly at traffic, at mistakes, at small inconveniences, and then he would say things he regretted or do things he regretted.
That must have been painful.
It was, for him and for everyone around him. He knew it was a problem. He would think, why can't I control my temper? Why do I explode like this?
His anger was automatic?
Completely automatic. Something would happen, a trigger, and boom, anger, like a button.
A trigger is something that causes a reaction, like a switch.
Ahmed felt like a passenger in his own life, like his brain was driving and he was just watching helplessly.
What changed?
He learned something called the pause technique.
The pause technique?
Yes, very simple. When he felt anger rising, when he felt that trigger, instead of reacting immediately, he would pause, just for 3 seconds. 3 seconds of silence. 3 seconds of breathing.
Just 3 seconds?
Just 3 seconds. But those 3 seconds, they changed everything. At first, it was incredibly hard. His brain wanted to react. His body wanted to explode. But he forced himself to pause, to breathe, to count. 1, 2, 3.
And?
And in that pause, something magical happened. His thinking brain woke up, his rational brain. the part that could choose how to respond. Most of the time, by the time he counted to 3, the intensity of the anger had decreased. It was still there, but it no longer controlled him.
She inserted space between trigger and response.
Exactly. And the more he practiced this, the more automatic the pause became. His brain learned a new pattern. Trigger, pause, choose response. After 6 months, people started noticing. They said, "Ahmed, you seem calmer. You seem different." And he was different. His brain had changed.
He rewired his anger response.
And here's the beautiful thing. He didn't stop feeling anger. Anger still came, but it no longer controlled him.
Because there was space to choose.
Space to choose. And that space, that tiny 3-second pause, that changed his life.
Here's another story about a...
They do. And Rachel's perfectionism was paralyzing. Paralyzing means unable to move, stuck. She would avoid starting things because she was afraid of failing. One day, her therapist asked her something. The therapist said, "Rachel, if your best friend made a mistake, what would you say to her?"
What did Rachel answer?
She said, "I would tell her it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. She's still valuable, still worthy." And her therapist said, "Why don't you talk to yourself that way?"
That's powerful.
Rachel was shocked. She realized she was kind to everyone except herself. So she decided to practice something. Every time she made a mistake, instead of thinking, "I'm a failure," she would say, "I'm learning. This is part of growth." At first, it felt fake, like lying to herself. But her therapist explained, "You're not lying. You're creating a new neural pathway, a pathway of self-compassion instead of self-criticism."
Self-compassion means being kind to yourself, treating yourself like you would treat a good friend.
Yes, and Rachel practiced this every day. Every mistake became an opportunity to practice self-compassion. And slowly, her brain changed. The harsh voice got quieter. The kind voice got louder. She started taking more risks because she wasn't afraid of her own cruelty anymore.
She rewired her self-talk.
And it changed her whole life. Because the way you talk to yourself, it shapes your brain. It shapes your reality.
One more story about a father named David.
Tell me.
David was always stressed, always rushing, always thinking about the next thing. His brain was stuck in a pattern of stress and worry.
What changed that?
He learned about something called micro-moments, tiny moments throughout the day where he could reset his brain.
Micro-moments?
Yes. For example, every time he washed his hands, he would take 3 conscious breaths. Conscious means aware, paying attention, not automatic.
That's all?
That's all. Or when he was waiting for his computer to load, instead of getting impatient, he would notice 5 things he could see, 5 things he could hear. Or when he got into his car, before starting the engine, he would take 1 moment to feel the steering wheel, to notice he was sitting, to arrive in the present moment.
These are such small things.
They are, but David did them 10, 15, 20 times a day. And each time, he was doing something important. He was interrupting the stress pattern. He was creating a new pattern, a pattern of presence, of awareness, of calm. And over weeks and months, David noticed he felt different, less anxious, more grounded. Grounded means stable, steady, connected to the present.
Because he was training his brain?
He was training his brain. Every micro-moment was like a rep at the gym. You don't get strong from 1 rep, but from thousands of reps over time. David was doing brain reps, and his brain was getting stronger, calmer, more resilient. Resilient means able to bounce back, able to handle difficulty.
Daisy, I'm realizing something important.
What is it?
That changing your brain, it's not about one big dramatic moment. It's about small, daily practices.
Yes, exactly. What else are you realizing?
That I'm not stuck. Even though it feels like I'm stuck in my patterns, I have the power to create new ones every single day.
You do, Henry. And here's what I've learned. The brain is like a garden. Whatever you water, grows. Whatever you neglect, dies.
That's beautiful.
If you water negative thoughts, they grow. If you water grateful thoughts, they grow. If you water self-criticism, it grows. If you water self-compassion, it grows.
So we're gardeners of our own minds.
We're gardeners of our own minds, and that's empowering. Empowering means giving you power, making you capable.
Another thing I'm realizing, change takes time.
It does. You can't rewire your brain in a day, but you can rewire it in days, many days, with patience and persistence. Persistence means keeping going, not giving up.
And the key is repetition.
Repetition is everything. One grateful thought doesn't change your brain, but 3 grateful thoughts every morning for 60 days, that changes your brain. That builds new pathways. Dear friend, we want to speak directly to you now.
Yes, if you're listening and you're struggling with negative patterns, we understand. Maybe your brain feels like it's working against you. Maybe you're stuck in anxiety or depression or anger or self-criticism.
We want you to know you're not broken. Your brain is just following old pathways, and those pathways can change.
Starting today, starting with one small practice. Maybe it's 3 grateful thoughts every morning. Maybe it's a 2-second pause before reacting. Maybe it's 2 minutes of stretching. Maybe it's 1 kind word to yourself.
It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be consistent.
Because every time you practice your new pattern, you're building a new pathway. And every time you don't practice the old pattern, the old pathway fades a little.
Day by day, thought by thought, choice by choice, your brain is changing.
And some days will be hard. Some days you'll forget. Some days you'll fall back into old patterns.
That's okay. That's human. Just begin again. Always you can begin again.
Your brain is on your side. It wants to help you. It wants to learn. It's waiting for you to teach it new ways.
So be patient with yourself. Be kind. Be consistent.
And trust the process. Trust that small actions, repeated daily, create big changes.
You have more power than you know.
Daisy, I feel hopeful now.
I'm so glad, Henry.
I feel like change is possible. Not easy, but possible.
That's the perfect way to see it. Change is possible, always.
And to our dear friend listening, thank you for being here, for spending this time with us, for being open to these ideas.
We hope you carry something from this conversation, some small practice, some gentle hope, some belief in your own power to change.
Remember, you don't have to change everything today. Just one thing, one small practice.
And tomorrow you do it again, and the next day, and the next.
And before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've changed. Your brain has changed. Your patterns have changed.
Because that's what brains do. They adapt, they grow, they rewire.
Your beautiful, flexible, powerful brain.
Trust it, teach it, be patient with it.
We believe in you.
We truly, truly believe in you.
Until next time, dear friend, be kind to your mind. It's working hard for you.